Hang on. Yeah.
Where's the mic at?
Make sure that hold on. Where is this at? Right here. Woo!
What's going on, baby?
And we will. All right, that's good. I don't know how that happened. We're just gonna exit out of there, okay?
Hey, great. Thorough got your head wrap, man. Thorough done got your head wrap over there, man. He done got you.
Can you guys hear me good in the chat? Are we great? Are we good? We good? Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's the name of the class? Let me see if y'all know. Y'all got to look it up, huh? What? When it was the white man's time, nothing could be done. When it was the white man's time,
Nothing could be done.
nothing could be done. But what a class. We ain't even mad. We ain't even mad. Remnant, we are not even mad.
It was their time.
But we here to bring some clarity, though.
It was
we
their
here to
time.
bring some clarity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not their time no more.
Yeah. But when it was their time, nothing could be done. And you could see what they say from, it is rumored that from 1472 to, what is it, 1472 to modern times, that Europeans conquered maybe 85% of the world.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Why? Come on now.
Echo.
It's a lot going on, right? Mm. Yeah. They just, I don't need it because they can hear me clearly. Yeah. So anyway, colonized, conquered 85% of the world. The only place that wasn't conquered was Japan and the Ottoman Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Japan or was it China and the Ottoman Empire? I have to go do my research on this. But the point is that what we're going to do is give you clarity today about God's timing. And God's timing, God uses who he wants to use, right? I just want you to understand, because before the class is over, you're going to feel extremely powerful and empowered. Not just because of who you are, that's part of it, but because you understand God's time in the earth. And what we want to do is we want to show you evidence of God's timing in the earth, right? Okay, D, read. Where are we going?
Going Luke?
No, the first one that I sent you.
That was Luke.
Was it? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
We'll go to Luke.
Luke 21:24, amplified.
Luke 21:24, bring your whole mind. You know how we say in the remnant.
And they will fall by the edge of the sword.
They're going to be killed.
And will be led captive into all nations.
Boy, that's us. Go ahead.
And Jerusalem will be trampled underfoot by the Gentiles.
Those who say they are Jews but are not, but are of the synagogues of Satan. Listen, them folks get mad all they want at us, but you're going to have to get mad at what God said.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because he said they're going to be trampled. He said what?
They'll be trampled underfoot by the Gentiles.
Jerusalem will be trampled underfoot
by the Gentiles.
Then what? Watch this.
Until the time.
Wait a minute. This is important. This is important. I want you to understand the significance of what we're talking about right now, because I did not say it. I'm just giving you clarity, right? And I'm not giving you clarity from a Christian perspective. I'm giving you clarity from a culture perspective that goes further back than Christianity. Okay? So he said that Jerusalem will be trampled underfoot
by the Gentiles
by the Gentiles. Listen to what he's saying.
until
Wait a minute and look at the timing, though. The timing is significant. Then he says what?
until
Until. That is important. Until
the times
the times.
of the Gentiles,
Until the what?
times of the Gentiles,
The what?
the
Times.
times of the
No,
Gentiles,
don't even go to the Gentiles yet. This is what he said. Until what though?
the times,
The times. Until the what?
times.
Oh, time matters to the Most High. Until the times, then we're going to go of the what?
The Gentiles
Uh-huh.
are fulfilled, complete.
So if you did not hear it, he is connecting what does it say it was going to trample? The trampling
Trampled
of
underfoot.
Jerusalem to the end time of the Gentiles. This is significant. See, listen. He's trying to make you understand revelation of prophecy. And he's given us some hints and clues about timing. See, one thing about modern time that we have lost is the understanding of prophecy, the elevation of prophecy, right? Because technology has kind of watered it down to make you feel like when you're trying to understand prophecy, like it's some pseudo religious kind of spiritual or deep magic, but it is not that, right? These are things that have been said for thousands of years and nothing can stop them from manifesting. So since we know that, we ought to make it our business to understand, because it wouldn't be in there if he didn't want us to understand. What does he want us to understand, Drake? He wants you to understand the significance of timing. There's something in here also that he wants you to understand, that I'm going to give Gentiles the time to rule. I'm going to give Gentiles the time to rule. Who's going to do something about it? Who's going to do something about it?
They time.
Nobody's going to do nothing about it because God has given them a time to rule. Right? I want you to understand the significance. Bring your whole mind. There is nothing that no one could have done because God, before they even knew that they would have the power, sanctioned the power for them. All these things are important for you to remember, because when we come back around, it is these things that we're going to empower us. It is these very things that are going to empower us. Because I want you to understand, when you look at what Europeans have been able to do, right? You look at what Europeans has been able to do. And a lot of us marvel at what they've been able to do. Our people today, how many times have I said, yeah, a lot of you black people's ultimate desire is to grow up to be white. Right? Why do I say that? Because you view your life according to their success. Your life is viewed according to their success, and a part of their success is how they've been able to neutralize us and everything else around them. Right? So it's something about, everybody thinks about the bully in school, and everybody want to be the bully's friend, because they know the bully can beat up anybody. Right? So when he come, everybody want to be close to him and be cool with him and everything. Well, that's America. That's what God has sanctioned. God sanctioned the bully for a season. Right? And there was nothing nobody could do. Listen, our people tried to fight against what God said he had sanctioned.
For years, decades.
There are other countries that tried to fight against what God said he had sanctioned. Not just black people. You got Asians and all kind of people. If you go do your history and see all the wars that America has been in, and even before America, you will see that no one could stop the plight of what God said he would give the Gentiles. I want to put it in perspective for you. It's important, because if I don't put it in perspective, you will really think that they're that powerful. You will think that they are that powerful because they are smarter than you, wiser than you, and it will give you a feeling of insecurity around them. But when you get the clarity that it was your God, that sanctioned a season for them to be as powerful as they believed themselves to be. That it was your God. Whose God? Your God.
Mm-hmm.
It was your God. Okay, read, D. Want to put that out there.
This clears up a lot of confusion for people out there that's always crying about, why would God let this happen?
Mm-hmm.
Jeremiah 27:6.
We're going back into the Old Testament. This probably maybe 5,000 years ago or more. Let's go. Jeremiah.
God has given all the lands
Okay.
into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar.
Hold on, wait a minute. Who did that?
God.
For you who don't know who Nebuchadnezzar is, he was the king over Babylon. And when our people were acting up in rebellion to God in Jerusalem,
Mhm.
God chose a Gentile, and called this Gentile his servant. Was it his people? No, but because he will use him as an instrument to accomplish the objective that God sent him to do for a season. God said he was my servant because he would follow through on what God had instituted. What did God institute? I want you to go over there to my people and conquer them and take some slaves while you're doing it and bring them back to Babylon.
They need a whooping.
Right? Since they want to be out of bounds with me, I'm going to give you a season of power. And in this season of power, nobody will be able to rise up against you. Read the beginning of that again. Listen.
God has given all the lands
come on.
into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar.
Come on, man. Read.
The king of Babylon, and has also given him the beasts of the field to serve him. There's context in here.
Yes, go ahead.
This verse is spoken by God through the prophet Jeremiah to the kings of surrounding nations.
To the kings of surrounding nations. Listen.
Who were rebelling against Babylon.
Listen.
In the message, God declares that he is giving the lands and their resources to Nebuchadnezzar as his servant.
Let me stay right there. The lands of all these other kings, right? When America had roles, it didn't matter. God had given the lands and the resources of other countries to America, and there was nothing no one could do. See, if I was a white man and I've seen the inception of American power, and before American power, you've seen the British Empire, which most of them come from, and you've seen how they rose around the world with that power, right? I would feel pretty special. Especially I'm a Gentile and I don't have any point of reference to culture and to God, and that the reason why this is going on for me and for our people was because God has instituted it in the world, right? If you don't have any of that information, you just being white is going to feel real powerful. You're going to feel extremely powerful and good about yourself. You're going to walk with an air of confidence about yourself. Right? Okay, read that Jeremiah again.
Jeremiah 27:6.
I'm just laying a foundation before I bring it home.
God has given all the lands into the hand.
He said all of them?
All of them. Every single one.
All the lands? Read.
Into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar.
Man, okay, go ahead.
The king of Babylon. And has also given him the beasts of the field to serve him. This message declares that he is giving the land and their resources to Nebuchadnezzar as his servant. The purpose in this message was to encourage submission to Babylonian rule rather than rebellion.
So wait a minute. These were not his people. These were Gentiles. And the Most High had used him to go discipline us, our people in Babylon, in Jerusalem, right? But the Most High said, not only I'm going to use you to do that, there's no land nowhere that can stand before you. Everybody's going to submit for a season. Everybody. You will be over everybody. And I'm going to tell every king in the surrounding lands, you better submit, because I've given him power over all of this. That's why America is as strong as it is. Don't get it twisted. That's why America is as strong as it is, because for a season, God has given America the power and the authority. Your God has given America the power and the authority. Remember that note. Okay, go ahead, D.
It says emphasizing, the purpose is the message is emphasizing that the resistance was futile.
Mm-hmm.
The verse explains that all nations
Mm-hmm.
and even the beasts of the field will serve.
Mm-hmm.
All of them will serve. So that means like the resistance is what?
Futile.
It's almost like disobedience at that point.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't even matter because it's been ordered. Go ahead and read. We almost getting there.
Ezekiel 29,
Mm-hmm.
18 through 20.
Let's go.
God used Nebuchadnezzar
About to explain it to you.
of Babylon to judge Egypt,
Listen.
promising him the nation's wealth as a reward for his hard labor against Tyre.
So wait a minute. I want you to see a track record. If you look historically, you can see, well, you can look modern times right now and you can see where Russia have invaded other areas and wanted to take their land. America has conquered all these places, right? In the greatest country on earth, and everybody's got to submit. And I want you to understand that this that has been happening 5,000-6,000 years ago, the same thing that's happening now. But I don't want you to get like deceived in just thinking that they were just that awesome. I want you to understand it all came from something. And that where it came from was God's word sanctioning things. See, think about it this way. There are times that God has said that there are lands that will never produce any fruit, anything can grow up out of it. That's thousands of years ago. Now, in modern times, we might not have the information that he said that. So in modern times, we could be over in a different country going to try to produce something for the people there. And we don't even know that thousands of years prior, God has already said, nothing will grow from you. But we will be over there without understanding that, trying to do everything we can with all our modern technology to try to make sure the soil can produce something for the people in the surrounding areas. And we're not understanding that there's prophecy against that land. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. This is why I'm trying to explain to you where your empowerment's going to come from today. Boy, you're going to be shifted today. Trust me what I tell you, right? Because if that's just one incident of us understanding that God has spoken against something 5,000 years ago, how are we going to have a point of reference to understand? There are things in the earth right now that we can't understand, but God has spoken against it. We don't understand why this don't go like this don't go like this does not happen like this. We don't understand because God has spoken against it. How many things have the Most High spoken against that we probably just will never know unless he shares with us?
Makes you look different at those kids over there starving in Yemen.
Sometimes God has spoken against the people, and then he said, I will wipe you off the face of the earth. And there are nations and their people that have been wiped off the face of the earth. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Say there were a people called, let's say there was a people called the light people. I'm just making an example, right? And God said, I'm going to send this prophet over there to speak to the light people and give them an opportunity to bow before my people. And if they don't bow, I will wipe every single one of them off the face of the earth, and they will never be a people again. If you read through the history book, you will see that has happened before. So there are whole nationalities of people that have been wiped off the face of the earth. All of them. Right? So I'm trying to make you understand that thousands of years ago, there have been prophecies against many different areas, and you will never understand why things don't work. Because they will be forever broken because God has spoken against it. Okay, read, D.
Nebuchadnezzar's army suffered greatly
Mm-hmm.
while besieging Tyre.
Mm-hmm.
And since they received no compensation for their efforts,
Mm-hmm.
God declared that he would give them the plunder of Egypt to make up for the wasted labor.
Man, if y'all get this, go ahead, D. Let me take this jacket off because I'm about to get.
I
we're
thought I
about
would-
to
I
go
thought
there.
I-
We're about to go there, man. I'm not hot, but I'm about to be fiery. Let's go.
Hey, did you take off? Hold on.
Oh, here, let me get
It's already getting hot in here. Yeah, it's already getting hot in this joint.
Okay. Okay, let's go, D.
All right. This passage states that Nebuchadnezzar will loot and plunder Egypt, and its wealth will serve as pay for his army.
Okay, so God says Nebuchadnezzar was getting his army ready to go to war against Egypt, right? And he was taking them through this rigorous training campaign, wearing them out to get them ready, and it didn't profit anything. So God says, you know what? I'm going to give you their wealth because I'm going to make sure that you getting ready to go do what I told you I want you to do is paid for. But it wasn't paid for through the effort of Nebuchadnezzar. It was paid for through the word of the Most High God.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I don't worry about wealth like America teaches you're going to get wealth. The scripture declares that the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. Right? Our history book says the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. Right? Just as easy as God says, well, you know what? I'm about to give you the wealth of Egypt. God can say the same thing. Andre, I'm going to give you the wealth of America. That's not a big stretch for me whatsoever. Right? This is why my focus is never wealth. My focus is his word. Because just give me your word. Just give me your word. Give them the wealth. Give me your word.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you give me your word, no matter where I am more than wealthy. Because it was the word that he gave that made the wealth of Egypt come to Nebuchadnezzar. It was the word that he gave that made the surrounding kings have to bow before Nebuchadnezzar. And it's the word we're going to give tonight that will make you empowered. Let's go. I'm ready.
You ready? That's the last thing.
Okay, just read that.
All right. It says, white people and their world is the center of your world. That's why you can't create beyond what they've already done.
I wrote that yesterday. White people and their world is the center of your world. That's why you can't create beyond what?
What they've already done.
What they've already done. You can't create beyond. If you look at social media, and in particular, you look at our people, they are aligning themselves after billionaires and they want to be like this and Elon Musk and all these people. How do you know a people is bound? How do you know that a people have been wiped away? Man, when they only move like they're oppressors. What is the remnant doing that's so different from the rest of our alleged people in the country? What we're doing, go ahead.
Something they ain't never done before.
Well, what we're doing is being unconcerned about what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Why? Because we are building what the Most High has told us to build.
That's right. Come on with it.
Right? That is the evidence of you knowing that they've lost their value and this is their end time. You can't know no other way. You would have to see something in operation, developing their own nation with their own sets of goals, with their own sets of value system that is directly opposed to what's been going on for a while and for a season. Because if what's been going on for a while in a season has your attention, you are yet bound, you are yet a slave, you yet value what the system is doing, and you haven't been delivered the word.
That's good. I was talking to one of our loved ones earlier, and they were saying that when you did music, you did it independently, and that had you signed up with a major record label, that you wouldn't have been able to do it the way you wanted to do it.
Mm.
And I said, that's not so, right? I said, because you're looking, she's like, oh, well, she said that they, the way that they influence and brainwash and all that stuff. I said, yeah, but I've seen my uncle go into their system where Black folks are always saying we need to separate and get our own. How do you separate and get your own when they own everything?
Mm-hmm.
Right? I said, I've seen my uncle go into their system and conquer the heck out of them right there where they stand. No problem at all. I said, so that would have been the same in the music industry, because he's not concerned with their rules and the way they do things, because he's operating his information continually. The Most High is moving for him, even within their system, for them to bow down.
Mm.
I said, so it's not the same.
Right.
Somebody else maybe, but not anyone with this information.
What does it mean until the end time of the Gentiles? Until the end times of the Gentiles. Well, what are you saying, God? You put a lot of emphasis on all this stuff, leading all the things that would happen. They'd be taken captive. All these things that would happen. They'd be shipped all over the world, and until the end time of the Gentiles. But you are giving us a key to that end time by saying that Jerusalem will be trampled underfoot by the Gentiles. Right? So Israel became a nation in 1948. And the remnant is here, separate from whatever's going on in this country, because we've been delivered the word. Right? So if you could see the consistency in what he's allowed the Gentiles to do for such a long season, why isn't that you wouldn't be empowered in what he said we would do towards the end time of the Gentiles? You think he's going to be faithful with a Gentile and not yet be faithful to his own people? See, it is what he's done for them that's supposed to empower you. See, they think what has happened is because of their own might. What has happened is for you to be assured that if I'd done it there, look at what I've allowed them to do. Look at what I've allowed them to conquer. Look, you've been a part of it. You've been up underneath it, subjected up underneath it. Look and see that it was my word that allowed that to happen. That's the missing part that you don't get. That's why a lot of our people shrink in the presence of white authority and white power, because you think they've done it themselves. That's why I stand and conquer in the midst of white authority and white power, because I know it was my God that gave you a little season, my friend, and your season is over. Amen. Amen. I'm not even mad at him, because whatever in that season of your authority you was able to do, it is because my God allowed you to do it. So I don't have to sit here being angry with you about what you feel you have done, because what my anger would only be focused on is what you done to us. But my vision is focused on what he now will do for me and the remnant. It's not focused on what he allowed you to do. It is focused on what he has sent us to do. But what he has allowed you to do gives me the empowerment to know, because it's the evidence. You know, in the remnant, we say, you got to bring those receipts.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the receipts in your enemy. Look at all those receipts. That's supposed to benefit you. People used to always say they're, you know, in this day and age, there's this a great, the homosexual movement, the gay movement is so empowering. People are mad, especially black men. Man, don't be gay. And, you know, if they want to insult you, the first thing they'll call you, man, you gay, you homosexual and all that. And they be mad and want to, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, well, I'm excited. Like, bro, you excited? Yeah, because the Most High said these things supposed to happen.
Uh-huh.
You looking at it different from what I'm looking at it. Just like the Gentiles had to do what they did. Do you think I'm looking at my God and my culture and him telling me in the end days, these are the things that are going to happen? And I'm supposed to get mad about the word fulfilling itself? I am in expectation. I'm not shocked at all. Well, the gay people that, I'd be like, yeah.
Hey, that level of belief allows all those things to work in your favor, because what happened during not this time?
Yeah.
When they gave the booths and everybody was complaining, it's like, are you guys going to accept these and go get signatures? And Unc said, yeah, we're going. I think it was to Pride.
Mm-hmm.
And they're giving the booth and we're collecting, you know, a couple 100,000 signatures. And some people are saying, you're going to accept those booths? And he said, yes. He said, you know, one thing that I can appreciate, and correct me if I say this wrong, one thing that I appreciate about the community is the fact that they are able to come together and stand together when they're fighting for something, right? When their ability to mobilize for what they believe in, right? He said, I can respect that. Regardless of what their sexual preferences, I can respect and appreciate that. And yes, we're going to show up. And so through our belief, right, he makes all things work together for the greater good. All of it across the board, not just in your personal life, but out there in the world too, pertaining to other people's life and how they come and interact with you.
And then that's right. That's the secondary. The primary is I'm really unconcerned about the secondary. My primary is looking at what he said will be. So now, because of what he said will be, I'm playing chess, right? So I'm playing with what he say will be, not when it will be. I'm playing from what he said will be. So if I'm playing with what he said will be, I don't have a reaction to it. You only have a reaction to it if you wasn't expecting it. But when you're expecting it, now you can play. How do I maneuver? You're giving me insight for a reason. See, that's how the remnant mind works. This is like I'm saying where he says that Jerusalem will be trampled underfoot by the Gentiles until the end time of the Gentiles. So I'm looking like, wait a minute, the end time of the Gentiles is connected to Jerusalem being trampled underfoot. And in modern times, Israel became a nation 1948. So he's given me the insight. He said, I'm expecting you to see this. Why? So that you can move according to what you know, right? So I'm saying, okay, well, wait a minute. Trampling, okay? So whatever's going on over there, I'm unconcerned because he already gave me the greatest definition. Trampling, okay? So I don't care what you create. I don't care what you do over there. God said trampling. So whatever you do, God is looking at all of that, no matter how great the world says, things are going on in Israel. This has happened here. He says trampling. Oh, pray. I'm not distracted, right? So now that I know that's clear, I can go over here. I'm not even mad at them. Do what you do. Do what you do. Israel, do what you do. I'm concluded. Trampling. I'm concluded. So my focus is not on the trampling. That's a done deal. My focus is on until the end time of the Gentiles. Oh man, we about to get back. We're about to get back. I got to get busy. It's time to create this remnant. Oh man, it's time to start reaching out with this word. God got a people out there. It's our time. Hold on, man. So that's what I'm focused on. So now look at, because that's where my focus, look at us right here. And remember, the Most High is not into numbers, right? We are unconcerned with numbers. The world is concerned with numbers. They need that. Why we are not concerned with numbers? Because our culture says God for us is more than the whole world against us. Why would he say it? Why would he say it? Why is it significant for him to say God for us? He didn't say God for us is more than your family, your best friend, your enemies. He didn't say that. He said God for us is more than the whole world against us. Why? Why was it significant for us to know that? To let you know we're not into numbers. If there's 3 of us, we winning. To give you the confidence where you stand. Because the world teaches you the opposite. You need to go along with the crowd. Because everybody over here agrees to this one thing. But he wants to tell you you're going to face that type of what? Influence. Because the enemy uses his influence. Right? The popular person, the rich guy, you know, the television programs, the movie stars or whatever, the influence. The enemy's working through that influence. So to offset it, he says, me for you is more than the whole world against you. So that the only influence you will be attracted by or moved by is me for you. So then, instead of you trying to go along with the crowd and trying to go along with what you see has influence, your mind will be focused on what do I need to do to have you for me?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
God for
so
me.
Now the very different. So look at how the mind is shifted from, well, you know, everybody's trying to go get a real estate license. Yeah. Everybody's trying to make things go viral. Mm-hmm. If I could just get up in one of them rich people's classes, maybe I can release a little mixtape out here and get famous. Yeah, get rich quick scheme up around this joint. You know? And here you are focused on what do I need to learn God for me? See, it's those little big things that matter. God for me. Then your whole life is predicated on seeking out how to get God for you. Why? Because no matter how big the world is, God for me is bigger than it. Right? So now the value shifts. The value shifts. That's important. Because the scripture says, where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Right? So now if your treasure is, I just need to get rich. I got a young partner who I've taught, and his whole concept, I just want to be rich since I was little. And many of you are the same way. I just want to be rich. It was all gravy. It was all gravy, and it was working for hundreds of years. I got bad news for you. This is the end time of that working. I got bad news for you. For a season, it has worked so wonderful for you.
Final episode right here. Season finale.
It was so good while it was good. But this is the end time of the Gentiles. How do you know? Because the remnant is here. And I don't care what preacher you have, I'm in you have. I don't care what spiritual leader you think you have. I know they do not have the word that was supposed to be sent because the word that was supposed to be sent is the thing that signifies the end time. If you read throughout our history book, which Christians call the Bible, you will see that any time the Most High have shifted our people, the word had to come first. And all I hear today is recycled information from the Christian community. It has become so recycled. A great writer that I love, Ralph Waldo Emerson, says, a foreigner's genius is a savior to cannibalism. There is nothing but cannibalism in the church, to the point that it has been so watered down, so sweet, that the gay people run the church. So sweet.
That's pretty sweet right there. That's pretty sweet.
You can't even attract a real man.
Mm.
You can't even attract a real man. What a real man want in an environment that's only conducive to the emotions of a woman. A man needs accountability. He needs to be able to stand amongst other men. Something needs to be required of a man more than, thank you, Jesus.
Ooh.
Yes, the end time of the Gentiles. And we're there to reach our people, to bring our men back, to teach them accountability for their community, to teach them accountability for who they are first, to let them know who they are and who they're not. They are people that understand that God for me. That's the height. Everything else is underneath it. That's where it starts. God for me. If you don't come with that conversation, we don't want any other conversation you gotta say. I know how to go get this money. God for me. I know how to go get these females. God for me. And if that's not the topic of your conversation, God will never be for you. Never.
That's right.
But you see, God's for me. A man born from a pimp and a prostitute. Come up out the gutter, but he rose me up to conquer your system because God for me. When no one else could do it here. 30, 40 years, you tried to do something with police accountability all over the country, killing our people. But here he rise me up with God for me, because I understood the end time of the Gentiles. And it wasn't about how good I was, how wonderful I could speak. It was just understanding the timing of the Most High God. And I came up in this city when you killed my brother. And I said, everybody in the state got to pay. It took me 3 years, and I gathered all communities together because God for me. You could say what you want. Your preachers can preach what they want, but they don't bear the receipts because the word wasn't delivered. I remember when I was giving meetings and I was calling pastors to come. Oh, they was terrified when they got before the television, before the news cameras, because they was only comfortable around the four corners of the church. Yeah, but when it came down to standing before these white folks that's had a season, there was intimidation. But I was the same man that you thought that was the scum of the earth, that the Most High rose up, and them same people you were scared of came and submitted themselves before me. Everybody in the state, I ain't just talking. I got the receipts. Go see. From governor on down, submit it. Like they had to submit to Nebuchadnezzar, partner.
Mm-hmm.
Say what you want. Keep playing church if you want to. We got receipts over here. And this is not a time just trying to talk. My dad said, the worst death in the world is trying to talk people to death. Produce some receipts. We don't care about how beautiful you can talk, how good your oratory skills are. What has the word that you have delivered to the people produced? That's what you in particular, black people, that's your problem. All you need is somebody that can talk good to you, make you feel good and make you want to shout. And, oh, the brother can speak. But what does his life look like? What does his family look like? What has he done in his community? Nothing. That's why you could have churches on every corner, just like liquor stores. And it's the same drug, you drunk full of nothing. Truth. Black man, black woman, Latino man, Native. Don't you know you are the original people of God? You didn't know that, did you? You see how stuck you are? You see how submitted you are? And there's nothing you doing to establish a nation for your own. Nothing. That's what we doing.
Just crying about what America ain't done.
We are not interested in whatever America is doing. We are preparing for the inevitable. First things we do is get our men straight. That's the first thing we do. You don't build a nation with the women coming first. We love the women. The women are in the condition that they are in out in them communities because of you failed males. You don't even know what a man is. You think you a man because the system told you when you 18 you a man. I've said it before, that's the worst thing that it could ever taken from you. No point of reference, no what is it? No passage, what they call it? No rite of passage. You just 18 and you wake up one day and now you think you a man. No, your words gotta match your life and your life gotta match your words. You say what?
What about when they get some money?
Yeah, but you think you a man.
Then?
You don't know what manhood consists of. Because manhood to you is to do anything you can to try to get ahead because the white man taught you that. And the reason why you operate like that is because you've seen the white man's success operating like that.
Did you say when they get a nice car, they're not a man?
Yeah. And you driven by what you see and you think success is, because you don't understand that it was just a season that God allowed the Gentiles to do what they did until he get us back right. Right? So now your value is predicated upon who you could use to get ahead, because the white system has taught you that. Everything they're about, capitalism, really, is about who they could use to get ahead. Banking system, corporations, and the like. Who they could use to get ahead. And that's what you do in your own communities. You'll use your brother, you'll use your mama, you'll use your girlfriend, because you ain't no man. You's an evil person. And that's why God said only 1/3 of you will make it. And good riddance with your butt. Bye. Get out there with your slave owners because you act just like them. You want to use your people. You got no respect for the woman that God raised to birth you. That's why you run to white women, and I love all people, but let me give it to you straight. Sick of you. I am. I know you very well. You ain't got no accountability because it take a man to be accountable. Do you know that? You want to blame everybody around you because that's what Adam did. He wasn't man enough to take responsibility for the position God had placed him in. And you don't know the position because all you ever been in this country was a slave, and you've been beneath and less than. So you don't even know what it is to feel like a conqueror. But you do very well feeling like a slave.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
happy
sick of
place
it.
right there.
We only here for the remnant. I hope I pissed you off because I'm not here for you. I'm not here for you. But you need to hear because your church ain't going to tell you the truth because they want your money. Yeah, they want your money. That little itty bitty kibbles and bits that they think they got. All right, I'm tired. What?
All crazy, baby.
There it is.
All praises. Hold on. Who gave you that?
Did you see who just gave it to me?
What you doing?
Don't worry about a square.
What is that, boy? How you gonna come in the middle of my class?
Can you have this?
No, what's happening?
The countdown is over. Happy Remnant Day. Read Isaiah 9:6.
Read Isaiah 9 and 6.
Let's go. You know, it's funny. I actually have this.
Saved.
I sure do.
All right. Read Isaiah 9 and 6. I don't know.
Let me get you. For to us a child shall be born. To us a son shall be given. And the government shall be upon his shoulder. And his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. There shall be no end to the increase of his government and of peace. He shall rule on the throne of David and over his kingdom, to establish it and to hold it up and to uphold it with justice and righteousness for that time forward and forevermore. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There it is.
Another remnant soldier, baby. Yes, indeed. It was apropos after that fire. I had to bring him in. I had to, I had to release it right there. Amen. Victoria. No, come on. You can't do that. You wait. Any family members? Come on, Eddie. Come here, man.
Tori,
Come on, Tori.
Elijah, Manaz.
Come on.
Come on, man. Key. All right. Team, can you keep eye on that too? Or there we go.
Give him some of those. Give some of them. Your speakers to some of them.
Oh, you got one? Oh, put you on this side so just in case they didn't hear you.
It's my skirt.
Let's go.
Good evening, everybody. I just want to say that I am relieved. I almost fainted while Dre was speaking. I didn't know I was going to be revealing it until Dre started speaking, and then I was sitting down and I was intense because I was okay this whole time, like not saying anything. So I had to reveal the card, and then my Apple Watch went off because my heart rate went up, and I went and told my dad. Like, it literally went off because I was like, I cannot do this. But I just want to say that I'm excited now that we get to share this with the family. I'm excited for what this means. Since we were told of the announcement, like with our family, it's like it's been beautiful, especially seeing how like the transparency that we talk about, and with all of us being included in this union with Nia, Dre, and Dove. It's like this baby has literally it's special. It's really special. I've never felt an attachment before in the sense of like how it was announced. The dates that have been lining up has been like not just about the baby, but the dates have been significant to each person in our family. And it's like it's not even here yet, but already it's like the association is with Nia and Dre and Dove, but the baby is also like making this entrance on days that's important to us. You know, like as an example,
Tell them.
I'm okay.
Okay.
So like, so like for example, like on my birthday, we prayed over the relationship of Dre, Naya, and Dove and their union, and that was a whole like intense prayer session that we did with the family. And then they told us that they found out on Manasseh's birthday that the baby was that Naya was with child on his actual birthday, and then the baby is due on my dad's birthday. And so it's like the fact
Found that
that
out on my birthday.
yeah, we found out on Elijah's birthday. So it's like the fact that this baby, like it hasn't even made its entrance, but it's just been like constantly involving the family, and it's like it's so special because it's not like where somebody has a date and it's like, what is it again? It's like this baby is making a statement like this, I'm here on y'all, like it's your day, but it's mine too. And so, you know, also to be deep for a second, when we just had a class about being resolved in something, and I remember the day that Dre and Naya had announced it to us, and I was so excited, and I had went home, and you know, I've shared like I had went through a pregnancy loss myself, and so I still had the pregnancy test from when that happened. So even though I was like, you know, I understand that it was the Most High will, part of me still felt a little bit of sadness about it. Like it wasn't because it wasn't my choice, and the way that it happened, it was just like, dang, okay, you know. But in that moment, I felt like I could part ways with that. I didn't need to keep them anymore. I didn't need to keep it. And it's not that it wasn't important, but having that point of reference of seeing something beautiful come out of this relationship and how our families are just intertwined and how every step of the way, like it's made us way more closer. I know that just wasn't the time for me when I went through my situation, but seeing Naya cheers me on because I'm excited for myself. And so, you know, yeah, I'm just happy. I'm excited. I can't wait. And then I was looking like, I don't know what I'm going to say, but I know that when my nephew gets here, he's going to like be able to watch this and just see like how much he was making himself known before he was even here. So that's all I have to say.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited as well. I'm only more so excited is because this child is not gonna have nowhere to run from the information. So the fact that he's gonna have to, if he try to talk to his uncle, I'm gonna give you this information, auntie information, father information, and mother information. You know, so I'm just glad, and the grandparents too. So I'm more so just excited, man, because of course, and I'm, you know, we're blessed with Dre, and you know, because he, you know, helped bring us back to our culture and everything. But like I said, it's just nothing better than just, you know, a child being brought up into knowing who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not, and not that like whatever the world gonna be at, but the foundation is so strong. Like it's the resolve, like what my sister was just saying. Like we're all resolved. It's not, I don't guess the information. You know what I mean? Like we know it so well to the point where we can live it, and when you can walk it in your life, it's more empowering. You know, so that's the biggest thing, man, and I'm excited. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, I have one on me. So, so I'm officially like 10 weeks and like 6 days. Tomorrow will make 11 weeks to be exact. And I've just been feeling so blessed and grateful, you know, like just like what Elijah was saying, just to know that for me to give birth to this soon-to-be child that's due on my dad's birthday, and even that is special, you know, and just to know how special he will be, to be the first remnant, like we believe it to be a boy, right? And we already have the name picked out and everything. But just to give birth to the first remnant baby boy, just to know how powerful he would be, just like Elijah was saying, to know that for me, it's so important and so special for me to just have my immediate family here, to know that he will be surrounded with nothing but the information. He will grow up already knowing who he is. He don't even have to go through what we've went through, going through the indoctrination. He will already know who he is from birth. To have my immediate family, to have the remnant, that is so special for me, for us, to just, it's like that is such like a perfect life, to know nothing but who you are, your God, your culture, and just, to have nothing, to know nothing but that, and that's just special. And it's like, just for me, even through this whole process, I've spoke on it before when I was once pregnant and didn't go through with the pregnancy, and just even that's being, in the will of the Most High, although it wasn't the best situation, but just the way I see it is like having that redemption, for the Most High for me to be in my culture, and for him to, give me what I've wanted. I've wanted the marriage first and a child, and then so on and so on. And to be given my husband the marriage first, and then to bring a child into this world, and to just into the culture at that, it's just very beautiful. And I'm just, yes. And I'm happy. I'm very happy. I'm happy. Yes, I'm very happy for us. And I'm nervous, but I'm more excited than I'm excited. I'm very excited and overwhelmed with joy. I can't wait to meet him. And I wish he was literally here tomorrow, but I have to go through this process. And it seems like it'll be a long process, but I know he'll be here just like that. And I can't wait. I can't wait to meet him. I can't wait for him to meet his father, my family, the remnant, Yes. And it's just, yes. And there's one more thing, it just makes me think when the Most High says, just how special he would be for him to be here, for him to be created at this time, when the Most High said I knew you before, how does it go? I formed you in your mother's womb. So when I think of that, and to know, yes, when I think of that, it's like for the Most High to already know who he is, who he will be, what he had for him. I can't wait to see all of that manifest, in my baby boy. So I am, yes, yes, I'm grateful.
Blesses everybody. I'm just in awe, man. In a culture full of surprises, to see the Holy Ghost create situations so perfect still amazes me every time. From the dates, the reveals, the fact that we found out that night I was pregnant on my birthday. That was a gift. You know what I'm saying? It was a gift. And just watching this thing, man, almost lost the words. It's like between the four of us, we always wondered who would be the first to have a child, right? And for my sister to be giving birth to the son, I hope it's a boy, right? I'm thinking it's a boy, right? The son of the father of the faith, that's just a beautiful thing. It's something that, like I said, when I got the news, I was just in shock. I was in shock. The news of, them going through the courting and the marriage, it's just beautiful. My little sister is very powerful, very, always been very sharp. And I always knew that the man that she would be with would be one heck of a guy, you know what I'm saying? And let alone, her child would too. So just to see this thing come about this way, it's a beautiful thing, man. And to be able to celebrate it and announce it with the family, it's a relief because I almost slipped up a few times, you know what I'm saying, and said it, you know, but I had that resist on, you know. I think we all have, right? Yeah, it's big news, man, and I'm just happy to be here and be a part of it, you know, and to be able to allow you guys to be, you know, a part of it. So that's it.
Well, Tori already said everything that I could say, and Manaz and Elijah. Yeah, I know, you know, you just got to be ready for some push-ups, man. And
That's right.
you know, and I know you're gonna have a thick skin. I know the other night, I think it was Monday, Naya had sent me a picture of the ultrasound. I started posting on Instagram, and I was like, whoa, during class. And I was like, oh man, when is this countdown going on? Like, man, I'm tired of, you know. And usually me and Chris would talk. I had to stay away from Chris. I'm like, man, what, y'all going to eat? Y'all going to work out? Man, okay, no, I ain't trying to slip up. So yeah, so I'm happy, you know, especially, you know, on my birthday. And I don't even celebrate my birthday. Y'all seen that? I dip out. And when they told me that, I was like, nah, I said, you know, okay. Yeah. So I'm like, this would be a big moment. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Yeah, you know, I love y'all, and yeah, I'm happy. Oh, let me say this. So the last couple of weeks, because I kept telling them, I said, man, we got to involve D some kind of way. So we'll be in the living room talking, and D be like, oh, y'all having a family meeting without me? Oh, man, come on. He did that twice, but he didn't know. Like, we tried to figure out, like, okay, how we going? We got to involve D some kind of way, man. So, yeah, so that was all about, man. Yeah.
I just want to say, well, everybody pretty much said what I wanted to say. We all think alike. Yeah, Tori beat us to the punch. She literally said what I was thinking. But just obviously, as grandma, I'm excited. It just confirms to me how everything lined up for me being here in Seattle, making the jump when I did. I was back home when I got the news about their union, but to be here for this particular moment, priceless. We're all excited as a family. I'm excited for the remnant. We have babies here, but this baby is like Elijah Manaz said, they'll never know any other world. We wouldn't have to worry of the untraining. They'll literally be, he or she will literally grow up in the information, and then their children will grow up in the information. As Cavassier say, building nations. Like this is just a beautiful example of what that's going to look like. And we're excited for the gender reveal, and I'm excited not just for Dre, Naya, Dove, and our family, but for the remnant as well. And I love you all.
I just want to say that I know that our people were brought here according to Genesis 15 and 13, when Abraham was told by the Most High that what would happen to his descendants, that they would be taken into a foreign land that's not their own and be enslaved there for 400 years. But then afterwards, you know, I will punish the nations that have done this to them, and they will leave with substance, right? Our people has been contained into a mindset that was taught us in a foreign country. We were taught what to love by them, what to hate by them. We were taught what was valuable by them. The remnant is restoring original culture that's been around for thousands of years. And this is just the beauty of that original culture. It is no deception, no deceit, nothing underhanded. Our union came with the support of the family. You know, in the remnant, when a man wants to date a woman, that they have to go to the father. We are restoring accountability. You can't just go talk to a woman here. You're going to go before the father, because we're restoring the value of the father within the culture that has been stripped from us because of the American culture that diminishes the idea of the black man. And during slavery, they would call a 70-year-old man a boy. They wanted to make sure that he would never see himself as a man. During the 60s and the civil rights movement, they would have signs saying, "I'm a man, I'm a man." The deep depth of feeling that you're not a man because of what happened to us in this country, right? One thing that is restored in a male when they come to the remnant is his rightful place as a man standing before his God. We let him know what being a man is, what his accountability is, like I said earlier, to his community, to his family, right? To his woman, to his children. We restore that here. And that's why you see here, no one's hiding from anything. When you hide something, it's because you think you're doing something wrong. I know in American culture, polygamy is what they call it, is wrong. But polygamy is a new institution in the world. If you go do your research, you will find out that it wasn't always. It's not a big deal. No one here is celebrating like you would think a man in this country. I just want to have another woman so I could have sex. In this remnant, if you go have sex with a woman, that's going to be your wife. We don't play that here. We don't play a man out there lending himself, making fatherless homes. You go have sex with a woman here, you're going to be accountable to that woman if she gets pregnant, right? You're going to understand because you're going to be around other men that hold you accountable here. We don't play that. That is not going anywhere in the Christian church. There is no transparency. There is deceptions. The preachers are sleeping with the women in the church. This has been going on for many decades. And now the preachers are sleeping with the boys in the church. There is no accountability. And we got to call a spade a spade. Do you understand? So at some point, I would hope that our people would start making the Christian church accountable. How do you make them accountable? Look at the decades of what they have been doing, even the Catholic Church, and at some point you're going to have to make them accountable. You're going to have to make them accountable. That's the first step of manhood. Yourself accountable, and then those around you accountable. In the remnant, you can't cuss. You cuss here, what do? You're going to do some push-ups. We will make each other accountable here, right? We love being men because we know what being a man is. So I know you might see as it's strange, but all over the world, it's been going on for thousands of years, right? And now we are introducing you back to your original culture with accountability. All praises. I'm having a time of my life. You ready to eat?
Hey, hold on.
Okay.
Because y'all thought I was just about to read a card. You thought the only involvement was going to be reading the card? I feel like I just heard I'm about to have a baby. I'm excited. I'm extremely excited for this. This is beautiful. I'm at a loss for words. I want to talk tonight, and I don't even got nothing else to say. I mean, are we done? Does that close it for everyone?
That's it. That's it.
Yeah?
Time to eat.
I mean, man.
Hey,
Hey, man. We love y'all. We happy to share this moment, whatever. And I'm happy that y'all made me a part of it, man. I love all y'all, man.
I love you too.
You ain't no grandma. You Nana.
No way.
Yeah, you Nana. Yeah. Can I hug Miles? I'm so happy for y'all. I'm so happy for y'all.